My book of the month for October was Pet Sematary by Stephen King, and it doesn't have a cover because I took it off, but this is it. And Stephen King writes a lot of horror books and also like realistic books. They're not based off of true stories a lot of times, but this one happens to be based off of a true story. And it takes place where a new family is moving into a new house, and it's the Creed family, and it consists of four people and their cat. So the dad, the mother, the daughter, and the son, and then the cat. And it's on, like, the house is on a main road. So when they move in, the neighbor, Judd, he lives across the street, he tells the family to be careful of the road. And the whole story is based off of this road and what the road does and, like, what happens on the road. So in the backyard, there's this path, and nobody knows where it leads to, but the neighbor across the street does. So he takes the Creed family to go see it, and it happens to be a pet cemetery, where the title of the book comes from. So the pet cemetery has the main spot where it's shaped like a target, and that symbolizes the newer deaths of the animals are on the outer ring, and then the older deaths are in the innermost ring. So Judd's dog happens to be in there, and it's in like one of the middle rings, so that's important to know. And later in the story, the daughter and the son and the mother go out to visit the family while the dad stays at home, and the cat gets hit by a truck, and it's the daughter's cat, so the dad's like, I need to go take it to the pet cemetery. So they take it, but instead of taking it to the pet cemetery, they take it beyond that to the hard soil, which is an Indian burial ground, and that's where they bury the cat. Well, the cat comes back to life because the hard soil happens to be, like, possessed, and then it comes back evil. That's the main purpose, is that everything you bury comes back evil, because the theme is playing God always ends up bad, or always ends up hurting you in the end, so never play God. And it says that in the Bible, too. So then the son ends up dying, and they bury the son, and then the son comes back and is evil, and the whole book is based off of the son's death and how the family is, like, getting over grief. So basically, the whole book is based on death, which a lot of Stephen King's books are based off of, and how to cope with the death, because Stephen King was into drugs, so a lot of his books were written while he was on drugs and under the influence of alcohol. So that's one of these books. And mostly the main focus is how to get over death and not to play God, because it's not meant for that reasoning. And you should just leave it up to God. And I would definitely recommend this book, especially because it's October and it's Halloween and it's scary. So I'd give it 5 out of 5 stars because it is my favorite book, and it was very good at explaining the main focus of death, which Stephen King was going for. So I definitely recommend it.